Good day, everyone. I am JG Pahola. So today, I will be discussing teacher-learner interaction, focusing on the communication skills. So this topic is under Unit 4, Teacher as Leader, Managing Relationships, Overcoming Challenges, and Upholding Ethics. So as future teachers, understanding how communication affects learning is very important because the way we interact with our students can make or break their classroom experience. Here are the learning objectives. Identify types of communication barriers and strategies within teacher learner interactions, including examples. Explain how effective communication improves teacher student interaction, relating it to the classroom or personal experiences. Value the importance of communication skills in teaching by reflecting on their applications as future educators. According to Study Smarter 2024, teacher-learner interaction is the communication between the teachers, of course, and the students, including verbal, nonverbal, and digital exchanges. So it motivates learners, clarifies lessons, supports academic success, and fosters engagement, making teaching more effective and inclusive. So another sources we found is from the LinkedIn and High Speed Training 2025. So it states that communication skills enable teachers to clearly express some ideas, listen, and give constructive feedback, fostering understanding and strong student relationships for better learning outcomes. So why are communication skills very important? Because they make lessons clearer, reduce confusion, and build rapport between the teacher and the student. So they also encourage participation, help maintain discipline, and provide opportunities for meaningful feedback. So without strong communication skills, misunderstandings and conflicts are likely to occur, which weakens the learner experience for the students.
In teaching, there are different types of communications that work together. First, we have the verbal communication. It uses like words, tone, and clarity. For the nonverbal communication, this includes the body language, the gestures, and facial expressions. One other thing is the written communication comes from in the form of instructions like the feedback or assignments, while the visual communication uses like charts, images, or any multimedia. And most importantly, listening. So, active and empathetic listening ensures two-way interaction. All of these are very important for successful teaching. As teachers, the way we use words matters. So, using clear and simple language avoids confusion, while tone and pace help learners follow the lesson. So, positive words encourage participation, while avoiding jargons prevents misconception. So, giving feedback through verbal communication also strengthens student understanding, and also it keeps them motivated. Nonverbal cues can be just as powerful as words. So, a teacher's posture and body language show confidence, while eye contact builds trust and attention. So, gestures emphasize important points, and facial expressions communicate empathy. Even silence, when used intentionally, can highlight key ideas. So these subtle cues help shape how students perceive us and our lessons. So communication is not just one way. Teachers also need to listen actively. So this means giving full attention, showing interest, and sometimes paraphrasing what students say to confirm understanding. So, like nodding, asking clarifying questions, and avoiding interruptions that makes learners feel respected. So, when we listen, the students are more confident to share their thoughts or ideas, which some strengthens trust and interactions with them. So another thing is the questioning. So it is a powerful communication tool. Like open-ended questions encourage critical thinking while closed-ended questions check factual knowledge. So prohibiting questions go deeper, um, pr- prompting learners to reflect. By using a mix of these questioning techniques, we can assess student understanding, stimulate dialogue, and make the classroom more interactive and engaging. Of course, communication also faces challenges. So barriers include like language differences, cultural factors like emotions, and distractions like noise. Sometimes teacher bias or the overuse of technical jargon also creates problems. And if feedback is weak or unclear, learners may easily misunderstand instructions. So when these barriers are not addressed, the results can be negative. Miscommunication leads to misconceptions, disengagement, and even poor academic performance. So students may feel excluded, conflicts may arise, and trust between teacher and learners can break down. So these effects highlight why teachers must always be mindful of communication. So, how do we improve communication? First, by using clear and inclusive language, visual aids, and multimedia make concepts easier to grasp. Active listening and encouraging student questions ensure interaction. Feedback should always be constructive and timely, of course. And teachers should respect cultural differences and foster an open, respectful classroom atmosphere. So, when communication is strong, it strengthens the teacher learner relationships, it promotes respect, cooperation, and classroom harmony. It supports not only the academic growth of the students but also its emotional and social development. Through good communication, conflicts can be resolved constructively and students gain confidence to participate. So, this strengthens the sense of community in learning. To conclude, communication is truly the backbone of teaching and teacher leadership, of course. It requires the verbal, nonverbal, and listening skills. Barriers must be recognized and addressed, while the strategies and ethics guides us to communicate more effectively. When we communicate well, we build trust, discipline, and engagement, leading to successful learning outcomes. So thank you so much everyone for listening, and I hope you gained something from this video.